Hello YouTube! Today we're going to play a little game called Fray Fight. Well, it's in the same vein as Vampire Survivors and as 20 Minutes Till Dawn. You begin with selecting a character. Each character has their own stats. And well, from that it goes on. You have to collect currency to get, well, upgrades after each round, so first few rounds you might not kill everything, but that can easily change. Taking a bit of damage, but as you can see, not really that problematic. Well, after finishing a rave, you get to use the money you picked up. I think I'll take barter. Increase the amount of items and get the armor plate. Mainly because, why not? Reduce damage output, or the damage I take, is gonna be very helpful in the long run. And similar to Vampire Survivors, weapons can evolve, or you can unlock evolutions. They're more like additional abilities than evolutions, but you will see. Well, explosive seems to be the best option. That just makes more damage happen. Normally, I'd rather have already an additional attack, but that doesn't seem to be the case this time. The enemies do a lot less damage than I thought they would. But still. Pickup range would be something great to get. Well, many things would be great to get. The magnet. Definitely. And the brimstone walker and the bullseye. At least I can now do some targeted damage. Not the highest amount, but better than nothing. Come on, just follow me. And the fire path might be very good against bosses. And I need to be a little bit more careful, since I don't have a way to heal right now. And I'm very nonchalant about the damage I take, so not the best. But that's alright. Magic missile was fun, since you don't have to do anything. Cooldown I'd like to have, but not this time. And increase the amount of items I can pick from. So pretty nice overall. Still would be great if I had something, well, that increases my damage output. Berserk would be nice, since in this game I'm often low on health. I say that even though I've only played one round with each of the characters that are unlocked in the start. So I shouldn't really complain, but that's just how I work. Oh, nice amounts of money. No, I just need to pick them up. Decrease the item cost first. The damage upgrade would be nice. Cooldown, perhaps more. Attack more often, well, that means you kill more often. In a roundabout way. No, I took damage. How shall I ever survive? Come on, guys. Control things a little bit quicker, please. Thank you. Or the enemies could get in a bigger pile, since the explosion would be very useful in that case. Come on. Please make a chain explosion. Or I'm just going to tank the damage and pick up the gold. And I killed every enemy. That's nice, but not that amazing right now. Decrease the cost first. And, well, more missiles. Increasing damage would be nice, but having a high number of projectiles is probably more useful right now. And if I remember right, the evolution of the magic missile was pretty fun. Or useful. Depending on how you want to, well, describe it. But for that I need, I think, level 5 of the magic missile. So that will take a little bit. But at least I'm able to do damage right now. That's the thing I'm always afraid in games. Can I do enough damage to, well, destroy all my enemies? Come on, just die. Thank you. More die? Thank you. Possible, could you all just unalive for me? Well, that was better than I thought it would be. Cheaper things, more boomerang damage. Fountain would be nice, but let's take the walkers. Pretty sure the walkers have an evolution. And well, if I can, I'd love to know what it is. Or what the effect it has is. But for now I'll take what I can get. I seem to be taking down the enemies quite nicely, even if the reds don't want to disappear as quickly as I wanted them to. Yeah, if I get a boomerang flying right, that thing seems to tear apart the enemies very nicely. Now that I think about it, can the money despawn? I'm not completely sure about that. Is it better to move in a different way than the boomerang? I'm not too sure. Would be nice to know. To optimize a little bit how I play the game. More magic missiles, definitely. That regeneration is probably gonna help. And higher pickup range, because it's a tad bit annoying to, well, run after all of your money. Move a little bit, because, well, the enemies are getting close. But my magic missile is coming along pretty nicely. Now I just need something that increases my damage output overall. And I'm pretty sure that would be the either a higher critical chance or the Berserk perk. There's one that increases your attack damage, I think, when you have low health. So perfect for me. Sadly, I haven't seen it yet in this game. I've seen it in another game, but I didn't pick it at that time, since I was pretty much at full health all the time. Since I mostly gained perks that were, well, healing perks. either the regeneration run or the fountain run. And that makes it hard to stay low on health. Unless I want to kill myself, but that wasn't the plan. I'll take more magic missiles and some critical chance. Would be lovely to take another one, but not possible. And now I'm fighting the first boss. Could you follow me? Thank you. Just follow me. You can run behind me. I'm fine with that. Of course, that's very helpful to me. Yeah, the first boss throws a few stones and has a temper tantrum. That's really most he can do. And after you beat him, he explodes in a bunch of money, which hopefully you can collect all of. Survive wave 10 without taking damage. Okay. Why did I gain 25% max health? Is that from the achievement? Possibly. But there is the Berserk. It's not a high amount, but I'll take it. Missile fragment once they hit their target. Well, that's nice. I can still get upgrades for that, but as you can see, don't really need it right now. I'll still take it, but don't need it. Since they should be pretty good right now on their own. As you can see, a bunch of missiles and they destroy pretty nicely. The explosions are part of that too, but who cares? I'm earning nice money, I'm killing the enemies quite quickly. That makes me overall a very happy person. Still, more damage would be nice. That's a thing that I'll say always. There is no point in a game where you have too much damage. And I'd love to get the evolution of the Berserk perk. If I remember right, that thing also increases your attack speed, depending on your health. So, pretty fun. Come on, just die. How many enemies are still left? Too many. More pickup range, more missiles. And the duration. Mobs stay burning after walking flames. Cool. And some better boots. Sadly, the burn damage isn't that great. But if they keep burning, then this might be worth it. Just need to make sure my flames are practically everywhere. Or spread them as far as possible at least. Might just walk in a square. Or rectangle or whatever shape. Just to get everything nice and burning. Pretty sure all of you taste better if you are at least toasted. And yes, that was a strange thing to say, but I couldn't think of anything better right now. Shouldn't have started with that sentence at all, so... But this game is pretty... well, fun. If you get to a certain point. The beginning can be a little bit uninteresting. Well, barter first. I want more crit chance, I want to pick up the gold, but I also want a shuriken. The shuriken evolution is pretty cool. I'll take the shuriken this time. Because it means more damage. And well, I'm pretty sure you already realized I like glass cannons. Even if they're not the best build in every situation. I'd rather increase my attack first and my defense later. Unless I absolutely have to. Like for example, Slay the Spire. Sure, I could, with a Mystic build, beat the final boss. But the defense perk tree that gives me the healing makes it so much easier. Sure, it still doesn't guarantee you a win, but it's easier. You know, I should take some damage. Just so that I can, well, make use of my Berserk more. I'd say a little bit under 100, yeah, this should be fine for now. Now, collect the cash. And hope for some nice perks. More Berserk would be nice, but I'm not too picky. And it's Berserk. Shuriken. Soul Catcher sounds nice. And the Horned Blade, because why not? Being able to increase the damage I do all the time, or rather for a round, makes it so sorry, that the final enemies are going to die very quickly. As you can see, my shuriken already does 18 damage. Which is honestly, I think it normally just does 10. Add in the Berserk, which should give it a little boost too. But right now it is doing 20. So that Soul Catcher is definitely a great perk. Don't think I've seen it before this round, before playing the other two games I had. So I have to say that's a perk I'd probably take more often. But for now, just take everything out. Wait, is my burn damage increased? I'm not sure. There were 6s, but also 4s. Oh, more Soul Catcher and more Berserk. And Berserk... Oh, I thought that increases attack speed. But I'm fine with movement speed too. What else can I get? Shuriken and explosives, sure. And increase the size of my, well, shop. Okay, I'm moving a little bit too fast for my taste. It's good for my burn damage, at least. And there are no stragglers, so to say. If I beat enemies fast, then more enemies are going to spawn. Which is, well, probably why I didn't finish the last few rounds completely. Maybe I should start being a little bit careful now. But just a little bit. Come on. Please just die for me. Fountain sounds pretty nice right about now. But nothing I can do about that. Well, come on, beat them all. Yeah, I want money. Might be a little bit stupid, but it's money. I'll take the mortar, I'll take the explosions, and the hound blade, the lightning, and the fountain, and the upgrade to my shop, but not the boots. I'm already quite quick on my feet, so I don't see any use of increasing that even further, however I need. The chain lightning seems to be pretty nice. It doesn't kill the enemies, but does some nice damage to a bunch of enemies. And if it's enough to take them out at one point, well, I won't complain. Still looking for one of those fountains, but they don't seem to spawn right now. But at least I can say I'm getting a lot of money. Which means a few upgrades next turn, no, next wave. Which means more money. Yeah, increasing my pickup range would also be quite a good idea. And I haven't seen a single fountain this run, or this, well, wave. It's not the worst, but I'd love to have seen it. Well, increasing crit as much as I can. Increasing the size of my shop, because why not? Do I have a 30% chance to get a critical? No, 40%. So that means most of my hits are criticals, which means increased damage. Which means possibly one shot, which makes me a happy man. Now I'd like to get more of the cooldown decreases, because higher attack speed would be awesome. But I'm quite happy with my current build. Question is, how far can I take it? And I have no idea how many waves this game has. Might be endless, but I doubt it. But as I said, no idea, I'll see. There's a fountain. Some healing, because that will decrease my movement speed. And I just gained another movement speed buff. Great. Blue Wisp sounds interesting. Don't really need it, but I'm gonna buy it. Mobs explode an additional time on death. Cool. I'm just going to unlock the final slot. And I'm doing a bunch of explosions now. Yeah, that's nice. So basically, I have a very high chance of exploding enemies, and if they do, they explode multiple times. Cool. And now I'm at a speed that I think acceptable. And now I'm a little bit slow. But I'm not going to take the damage just to get a speed up. There are other things I can do for that. And I'm pretty sure the damage buff from my Soul Catcher, or whatever it's called, is more significant than the one I get from my Berserk. Could be wrong, but it doesn't matter. The enemies melt anyway, so I won't complain. I want to be at half health. Yeah, this is more fitting. And more magic missiles, more rotating items, more shurikens. Crit chance 50%. Honed blade, I have 3, that means 60% increased damage. I'll take it. And another berserk. This should be nice. Yeah, the weak enemies can't really do anything against my Wisp. And I'm pretty sure I can increase that number even further. Still would like more pickup range. But we'll see. Maybe I get another upgrade for that. Should be probably meeting the next boss pretty soon, and in the next wave even. So there's that. Not sure if I'm going to do a let's play of this game, because why should I? I may do a character showcase with each character, just to show what makes them unique. For example, this character starts with the boomerang. As you've seen, holds in, has practically piercing, so overall, pretty nice weapon to use. And more pickup range. More rotating things, and lightning. Just because I can. This guy is going to grab on me. Very enticing, isn't it? Throw some axes. And has an AoE attack. Well, and if I let him, he can do a lot of damage. Come on, die for me, thank you. As you can see, with my current build, not a problem at all. Plus 15% shuriken range. Didn't realize you get something for beating bosses each time. Don't remember getting anything from my first time. Now I'm shooting shuriken in every direction. I've waited for this. Look at it. An omnidirectional attack with a pretty nice range. Takes out weak enemies pretty nicely. And even the stronger enemies get some damage. As you can see, I can practically stand in a spot for now. That will change later on if I get to more difficult waves, but that doesn't seem to be too much of a problem right now. Come on. Can't you summon your monsters a little bit quicker? Okay. Now I have damage again. The enemies are slow, which makes my my money acquisition pretty slow. And me a little bit unhappy. Come on, I want to kill it quickly to gain quickly. I'll take the Soul Catcher because you've seen how amazing it is. Bullseye. Yes. And sadly I can't afford more because the game is too slow. I'd like to know if I'm now gaining 4 shurikens each time I buy the upgrade, because it basically should double, the evolution should double the number I have. And counting them right now is not really a thing I want to do. Sure, let's take 1 healing. Won't hurt me that much. Is the Soul Catcher on a limit? Because it seems to stay at 150%. Maybe every single one can just boost you 50%. Or maybe 150% is some kind of hard limit. It doesn't matter. The damage increase with the critical rate I have still destroys everything. Upgrading the lightning would probably be good. But getting to an area where I can get more money would be better. I want this. I truly want this. I'm gonna get it. Well, at least a change in scenery, which I'm pretty thankful for. And mobs that are a little bit better made for gaining money. At least the number that spawn is higher, it seems. Which suits me just fine. Suits me just fine. Look at it. I have the rate about 50% done and I'm already at 1,000 coins almost. Sure, I had, what? Somewhere between 300 and 400 before this. But it's still a lot more money than I gained in the icy area. Come on, just destroy the enemies. That's not too much to ask for, is it? Come on, it's easy. Very easy. And I'm pretty sure I'm getting sick. Which is a damn shame. But at least I know from my corona test, it's not corona. But still annoying. I'll take the bullseye, I'll take the crit damage increase. I'll take more rotating items, chain lightning. And the defense, why not? I could increase my maximum health. Then I could risk going to a lower percentage above my, well, berserk. But is it worth it? Maybe. I can't even run into enemies right now. So getting my berserk up would be pretty hard. Still couldn't buy another soul catcher, so don't know about the limits or the 150% limit to be a little bit more precise. Didn't realize my, well, wisps are now in 2 circles around me, basically. So if I take more and more, will the whole screen be filled with them at one point? I wouldn't say it's impossible. Would be strange though. And almost 2,000 coins. I'll increase my crit chance. Magnet, armor, more rotating items. Because I like it. I like those blue wisps. And was I in this area before? Don't think so. But at least it seems to spawn a lot of enemies at once. Which is what I need to gain a lot of money. Killing them doesn't seem to be a problem to me either. Still, could go a little bit faster. And the way this is going to be an hour video, at least. Which isn't a problem really, since my Dungeon playthroughs normally take at least 40-50 minutes. But it's a little bit surprising, since most games of this type have a hard time limit. As with 20 minutes till dawn, 20-minute limit, and Vampire Survivors 30-minute limit. So it's a bit surprising that this game is practically, well, go as far as you can. It's a nice change, but might take a little bit too long. And I will always hit a critical now, so that's nice. More magic missiles. And it changed the region again. Take some damage. It's easier to take damage if I have high movement speed. Who would have guessed? But even then, it's pretty hard to get damaged. Come on, guys. Hit me. I'm running into you. Hit me. Thank you. More hits? Maybe a few too much. Sure, I want the damage bonus, but if possible, I'd like to stay at around 100 HP. Partly because the high movement speed is pain. Come on, little spideys. Just die for me. Yes, that's nice enemies. Just take it. That sounds wrong. But still. Come. Well, that is already over. And I didn't realize that. More rotation. And let's upgrade my health. Just because I can. And the rats are dead. The flower man won't survive much longer either. And we're in goblin territory. Can they do anything against me? Not really, but they leave behind a lot of money. Which makes me happy. Some more shuriken would be nice. I say as my shuriken practically destroy everything around them. The only problem is when they spread a little bit far apart at the end. There are enemies that could be between two shurikens and not get hit. Well, this is going to be a 2000 run. I'm pretty sure. Or a 2000 gold wave. Huh. Still haven't found the way, killed the raid completely anymore for some time. Always still spawning enemies. Well, soul catcher definitely. Armor plate, sure. Shuriken, definitely. And more attacks. More attacks never hurt. I'm not sure if I throw more shuriken. And I did an attack that dealt 250 damage at once, it seems. Interesting. Most of my attacks don't have a base damage increase. So that's a little bit surprising that I can do so much damage in one hit. Since I really focused more on, well, my number of attacks. The boomerang, if I upgrade that gets attack damage. Lightning can get attack damage. Pretty sure the shuriken are fixed to then. But that could also be wrong. And honestly, it doesn't matter that much. Just need to take everything out that comes my way. And pick up the money. Even if the pickup range, after upgrading 7 times, could be a little bit better than what I have right now. Soul Catcher. A circle spawns in the middle of the map that grants increased armor and strength for a period of time. Cool. And I can't afford anything else. Okay, if I leave it, it grows. If I enter it, it gets smaller. How much is the damage bonus you're talking about? 100%? Cool. Will it stay at all times, or is it going to become so small that it disappears? It disappears, it seems. Huh, not that useful. Maybe against bosses, or if I'm completely overwhelmed. But right now, it doesn't do that much. Still thankful, it's a free upgrade. Just wish it had a little bit more for use. But I could be wrong about it, and it could be absolutely amazing. And I just don't know the trick behind it. What I'm pretty sure about is the 250% soul catcher bonus. That is nice. And this raid gave me pretty much nothing money-wise. At least for where I am at the game. Health. Health is never a bad thing. And more magic missiles. And a bunch of money, thank you. This is strange. Strange boss. Come on, I collected everything. Don't need to stay or wait long. 2 Bramble Walker damage. Okay. More items. Cooldown. Sure, another attack. More pickup. Damage block, and now I reflect damage. And that's all I can get. Those blue wisps start to look like, what's it called? Maelstrom. Or at least how it's depicted sometimes. Okay, this is great. I can just walk into the enemies. At least partly. The ghosts are pretty weak. Increasing my damage. I should increase my critical damage whenever I can from this point on. Since my, well, wisps deal damage practically to everything around me all the time. They can easily take out enemies. If they do more damage, I will be able to do what I'm doing right now to everything. Still need to be a little bit more careful. I'm playing around with my health, like, well, very dangerously. Sadly, not what I wanted. Skills will now cast twice 10% of the time. Awesome. More range to pick up. More health. And sure, lightning. And spiders seem to be not that strong either. But also not as weak as the ghosts. Regain some health. And gamble it away whenever possible. The movement speed is a little bit high. But what can I say? I have almost 300 souls. Which is basically the currency to buy characters and upgrade. Or permanent upgrades, I should say. But still, the video today is going to be pretty late for my normal uploads. But I'll see if a different, well, time to upload will make any difference. So it's not as if I would lose anything from this. I'll need to be a little bit careful. And critical damage. Point pickup range. And an amp. Well, there's nothing I really need or want. And let's decrease the cooldowns. Okay, my move. Did I buy a health upgrade? Because my movement speed is again jumpy. Very jumpy. Not a big fan of this right now. How quickly I move. Okay, this is bad. A little press of the button and I move pretty far. Really shouldn't have picked Berserk. Really shouldn't have this low HP. It's more fitting. Oh, well, that's a little bit stupid. And the item screen at the end is a little bit broken. Still, this was Fray Fight. If you like this video, check out the game on Steam. You can get it for free right now. Or rather, always. Is it early access? Is it the demo? I'm not too sure. I had this game installed for some time since I checked the last time. So I can't tell you that. But if you like this video, like, comment or subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow in my next video. Bye!